And can you, is there a level of spiciness that we can ask for at Aliyaa, or is it just that is the level of spiciness that you have? Welcome to Hospitality Asia channel on HAPA TV. I'm Jennifer Ong. Today we're with Mr. Azhar Ariffin, Operations Director of Cinnamon Group. And the Cinnamon Group consists of many restaurants. One of the biggest part of Cinnamon Group is actually the Sri Lankan Cuisine, which consists of Aliyaa Restaurant and Yao. So today Azhar will be here to talk to us more about Aliyaa and what is the new concept of Aliyaa, if there is one, and also what are the new menus. So let's welcome Azhar to HAPA TV.
Hi,
welcome.
Jennifer, how are you?
Welcome, I'm good. Thank you very much for coming over to our studio. Haven't seen you in ages, many years.
Yeah.
So how are things? How are things now? Are things picking up, after, has it really now opened up entirely in the F&B scene?
Yeah, I could say, I think in Kuala Lumpur itself, our cuisine, our F&B industry is booming up, right? So we're getting busy. So thank God that after the pandemic, the business resumed as a normal.
Nice.
Yeah.
So so is business back to pre-pandemic or better?
Better. I could say it's better.
Nice to hear.
Yeah, it's better, yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so let's talk about Cinnamon Group. So Cinnamon Group has got quite a number of restaurants. And the bigger portion, or rather one of the main cuisine is Sri Lankan, right?
Yeah.
And the other one is Italian.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Sri Lankan cuisine, there's 2 restaurants under Cinnamon Group?
Yeah, under Cinnamon Group, the biggest cuisine now is Sri Lankan and Italian.
Right.
So under Sri Lankan cuisine, we have what we call it Aliyaa. Of course, Aliyaa is everything for us, and also we have Yao restaurant,
as well. Okay.
where the Yao restaurant, the food cuisine is we focus more on the what we call it northern Sri Lankan cuisine.
Where is Aliyaa?
Aliyaa, the food is the food itself, the whole nation of Sri Lanka.
Oh, so Yao is more concentrated into northern.
Yeah, northern Sri Lanka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Aliyaa. But before that, we'd like to congratulate Aliyaa and, of course, Cinnamon Group and Azhar, because Aliyaa has been nominated as one of the nominees for HAPA Awards Malaysia Series 2022-2023 as one of Malaysia's best restaurants. So we want to find out more today about, more about Aliyaa in terms of what, has the concept changed? What's going to be new? What kind of dining experience can your guests look out for? So when did Aliyaa open?
Aliyaa, we are about 14 years now, right?
14 years in
14 years
Malaysia.
since 2008. So Aliyaa is where we started in Cinnamon Group. All right. So,
that's the first restaurant.
Yeah, the first restaurant, and after that we are growing up very fast. Yeah. So I can see that the demand on the F&B industry, especially restaurant, is quite huge now in Kuala Lumpur itself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And has the concept changed 14 years ago and now, or is still the same, but with new menu?
We remain the same, right? Our before the pandemic or after the pandemic, our food is the same.
Yeah, very authentic. Still, yeah?
Even though what we call it, our food still the same, and also what we do now, we enhance our food to be better and better.
Right.
Because the why we need to do that is because we need to keep the authenticity of the food. So we don't want to become a fusion or something like that.
Right.
We keep it our originality there in Aliyaa. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And when did you join Aliyaa?
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
You joined in a pandemic year.
Yes.
Which month did you join?
August.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was a lockdown, right?
Yes.
In 2020, in March, and then you joined in August. Was that that was the time where it came open and close and open and close?
Yeah.
So how was it like? It must have been really tough for restaurants. Although, you could still do delivery and stuff like that.
Yeah, correct. Even though during that time, our business is up and down, open and close, as you said. But in Aliyaa, we are strong in our takeaways, and people can pick up their food in the restaurant, even though we are not fully open for public. So the main reason is because our food is suitable for takeaway and also for pickup. and you know,
They're very comfort food as
yeah,
well,
it'll be comfort
right?
food. This is the food that we eat at home, basically. Yeah.
Right. So what kind of menu do you have now? What are the signature dishes of Aliyaa?
Okay, of course, in our menu, the signature dish, based on our chef recommendation, right? We have our whole mud crab,
Yes.
right? And also we have the crab meat itself, right? And also our curries.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're very, very spicy. I mean, if you haven't been to Aliyaa, I've been to
Yeah.
Aliyaa a few times, right?
Yeah.
And it's always like, my God, the spiciness level is just too much for me to handle. But it's really nice. And of course, if you haven't been to Aliyaa, you have to go there and try their mud crab. I mean, that's one of the dish that you have to walk in and walk out with.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. Must try.
Must try.
Yeah.
Correct. And the curries, how many types of curries do you have now?
We have a lot of curries.
Many varieties.
Many varieties of curries, and also the most important thing is our curries that our chef blend their curries powder.
They do it themselves.
Yeah, by themselves,
in-house.
and that's why we didn't buy from outside. Even though our special spices from Sri Lanka like cardamom, cinnamon, that's a must thing to keep that food quality is there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So very particular about freshness, ingredients,
Correct.
authenticity.
Correct.
Yeah, and all this.
Correct. Yeah.
And what other dishes would you recommend other than the mud crab?
For me, I would love you to try our mutton curry.
Mutton curry.
Yeah,
okay.
it's superb for me. It's superb.
Right.
There's a kick there.
Okay.
And also definitely our veggie. Our home vegetable is very good.
Okay.
Which is it's not like a normal vegetable where you cook outside, right? So this is really like a home vegetable, home cook.
Is it with spices as well, or it's
yeah, with spices as well, and also maybe some mild vegetable.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Okay. So and can you is there a level of spiciness that we can ask for at Aliyaa, or is it just that is the level of spice that you have?
Yeah, because about Malaysian, right? Malaysian, of course, we eat spicy, but our spices come from green chili.
Yes.
You know, the more even more spicy, you put more chilies. But our spices is our hot. I mean the level of the spiciness is come from the spices itself.
Yeah.
So definitely, we recommend you to go with our best chef recommendation. Because if we are reduced so much in, for example, the spiciness level,
then you lose the authenticity,
right?
Right?
Will impact your food.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Let's share with us now about the guest experience. As we know that, pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, okay, there's been a change in customer behavior, taste, expectations, and everything else. What is different? Is there anything that's different in terms of dining experience at Aliyaa? What can people expect when they come over to Aliyaa, especially those who have not been?
Yeah. So after the pandemic, definitely we saw new faces. All right. So definitely what we offer in Aliyaa is our authenticity of the food. We keep our spices, our ingredient same before and after the pandemic. We didn't compromise on the food quality.
Right.
And of course, about the service, we are giving the best service that we can do. That's why we train our team member in Aliyaa that to give the personalized service on top of just like a normal service to our guests.
Right.
And as I mentioned before, we're enhancing our food, for the guests to try our new dishes and our food that we have.
Right.
Then after that, how to make sure that our guests understand what is the Sri Lankan food all about.
That's right. Yeah. The educational part, the knowledge of Sri Lankan food. That's very good. And is how many outlets do you have now? Is it still one?
Aliyaa still one.
And it's been there for that many years, or from the time it started, or has it?
This is the second location.
The second location, right? And it's where Damansara Heights is.
Yes, correct.
Near Plaza Damansara.
In Plaza Damansara.
In Plaza Damansara, right? Yeah. So those who have been to Aliyaa would know, that it's a place where you, once a month at least, you crave for Sri Lankan food.
Yeah.
That's the restaurant for me. I think when it comes to Sri Lankan food, then of course Aliyaa is my choice. love the restaurant. Like you say, the mud crab is a must.
Yeah.
That's for sure, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So good. Anything else you want to share with our audience about Aliyaa? Anything that you like them to know?
Yeah.
If you got a chef coming up with any specialty, anything we should look out for?
Yeah, so we are encouraged that for those who didn't try our food, try and come to Aliyaa to discover what is the Sri Lankan food all about, right?
Yeah.
Definitely you can find it different.
Yeah.
And one thing that I can guarantee our food is quality of the food is the top, and our chef also from Sri Lanka. So they cook same food and same before and after the pandemic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I mean, I'm sure there are many Sri Lankan restaurants around, in Malaysia. And if you if you're a foodie, you'll be going around and tasting food from different Sri Lankan restaurants. But at Aliyaa, I think like what Azhar has mentioned, authenticity is one of their key. Freshness of ingredients, quality, consistency, and personalized service.
Correct.
Yeah. That is good. That is good to know. Thank you very much, Azhar. Thank you so much
Jennifer.
for being here.
Thank you for your time.
Pleasure, and looking forward to seeing you at the red carpet. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for following HAPA TV on Facebook. We're also on Instagram and LinkedIn, and there'll be more stories coming up on other restaurants and, of course, other hotels and spas and golf courses. See you then.